Vane or paddle type water flow switches are used to monitor water flow in a wet pipe sprinkler system. How well the water flow switch works depends on the quality of the flow switch, selecting the proper model for the job, and precision installation. In this training module, we will review the unique features that make Potter's VSR, Vane type flow switch, the undisputed industry leader. Identify the most frequently used Potter VSR Vane type flow switches and their applications, and demonstrate proper installation. Potter's VSR Vane type water flow switches are superior in a number of ways, but the features that truly make them the industry leader are their non-corrosive insert paddle and trip rod and the secured neoprene gasket. In short, all parts of the Potter VSR series Vane type switches that are exposed to water are made of non-corrosive materials. This design extends the life of the water flow monitor and minimizes the chance that it will become inoperable after years of sitting idle. All Potter Vane type switches include a die-cast aluminum housing with tamper-resistant screws and are UL listed and FM approved. The water flow switches also include 2 sets of contacts or switches that trigger the alarm. One switch can be connected to a local bell, and the other can be connected to a fire alarm panel. The retard and the switch assembly are field replaceable without removing the flow switch or trading the system. Most Potter flow switches include a built-in retard mechanism that automatically resets when water flow stops. The purpose of a flow switch with a built-in retard is to avoid false alarms in the event of water surges in the system. The retard in the flow switch delays sounding the alarm for a specified period of time. If the water continues to flow, the alarm will sound when the time is expired. If the water flow stops before reaching the preset delay, the retard will automatically reset and no alarm will sound. The retard is factory set to trip the alarm in 20 to 40 seconds, but can be adjusted to trip the alarm anywhere from 0 to 90 seconds. Potter's VSR series Vane type flow switches come in a large variety of sizes and configurations to fit multiple applications. Before selecting a Vane type switch, you'll want to know what kind of pipe the sprinkler system is using: steel, plastic, or copper. What size and schedule is your pipe? Pipe schedule refers to wall thickness. The pipe size will determine the model of Potter Vane type flow switch you need. The model VSR is tested and listed for use on both Schedule 40 and Schedule 10 steel pipes. The Potter VSR flow switch with retard is the workhorse of the sprinkler monitoring industry. It is designed for pipe sizes between 2 and 10 inches. The VSR is designed to be used with steel pipes, while the VSR-C is designed to be used in copper pipes. The VSR-S is designed to be installed on pipe sizes 1 to 2 inches and can be used in both commercial and residential applications. It is identical to the VSR, but the pipe connection method is different. The VSR-S connects to the pipe through a 1-inch NPT brass bushing for screw-in installations. The VSR-SG and the VSR-ST flow switches incorporate the Potter design 2-piece connector and is for use on small pipes installed in confined spaces. The ST and the SG are the only flow switches that can be easily removed from a 2x4 stud wall space without cutting the pipe. The VS-SP water flow switch is used with small plastic, copper, or iron pipe, including a 1-inch NPT brass bushing, and does not have a retard. So it should not be used on systems with variable water pressure supply. Precision installation is key to successful sprinkler system monitoring. To make the installation as precise as possible, let's review some general rules that need to be followed each time you install a Potter VSR flow switch. First, read and follow the instructions. Now, this is a simple step and takes a little bit of time, but it saves a lot of headaches in the end. Next, always use the correct tools. Precision installation calls for precision tools. If a flow switch calls for a 2-inch hole, a 2¼ inch hole saw is not close enough. Only install vane-type flow switches on wet pipe systems. Vane-type flow switches are not approved for dry pipe systems. Always check the interior of the pipe to clear any debris. Do not trim the paddle. If the paddle is too large, make sure the pipe interior is clear. If it is, verify the pipe size and pipe schedule. Trimming the paddle could result in malfunction in the event of a fire and voids all listings, approvals, and warranties. Potter's VSR water flow switches can be installed on either vertical straight risers or horizontal branch lines. When vane-type flow switches are installed on a horizontal branch line, they must be installed on the top side of the pipe. This is to prevent any debris that may be in the pipe from falling into the throat area of the flow switch and affecting the paddle movement. To begin the installation, shut off the water and drain the system. Next, drill the correct size hole for the switch you're installing. Remember, this step requires a precision cut for the switch to fit and function properly. The hole should be deburred and the inside cleaned of any rust or scale. Now, roll the paddle in the opposite direction of the water flow and insert the device into the pipe. Center the flow switch over the hole, making sure that the arrow indicating the direction of the water flow is positioned appropriately on the pipe. Centering the flow switch is critical because it will prevent the paddle from dragging on the inside of the pipe and keep the flow switch from leaking. On the VSR model, place the U-bolt under the pipe and tighten the nuts alternately to the torque specified in the instructions. Then, check to make sure that the paddle moves freely in the pipe by moving the trip stem in the opposite direction of the intended flow. If the paddle drags, remove the switch to investigate and then clear the obstruction. For smaller pipes, Potter's VSR-S and VS-SP flow switches screw into the standard pattern tees with a 1-inch outlet on the bull end of the fitting. These switches fit several different sizes and types of pipes and come with different paddles. The paddles are marked with the size and type of pipe that they fit. Make certain that the paddle is correct for the size and type of pipe that you are using. The top or switch side of the tee must be a 1-inch threaded opening to accept the 1-inch NPT bushing of the flow switch. Never use a reducing bushing, a mechanical tee, or a welded outlet because the distance from the edge of the fitting to the center of the pipe varies. Again, note the direction of the water flow and screw the device into the tee until it is tight and the flow arrow matches the direction of the flow. Then, check to make sure that the paddle moves freely in the pipe. If the paddle drags, it may be due to the makeup of the threaded connection. Remove the switch and investigate the cause. This concludes Module 2 of the Potter Sprinkler Monitoring Product Training Program. In this module, we reviewed the unique features of the Potter vane-type flow switches, identified the most frequently used Potter vane-type flow switches and their applications, and demonstrated proper installation of the Potter vane-type flow switches. If you have questions about a product or application and can't find the answer in this module or in the instructions, please call Potter Electric at 800-325-3936.